Have you ever wondered how top architects and engineers turn a blank Revit file into professional construction-ready drawings that impress clients and contractors? Today, I'm going to show you step by step exactly how to do it. If you skip my first tutorial on how to model a multi-story building in Revit from scratch, make sure to check that out. It will make everything in this video a lot easier to follow because this tutorial assumes you already have a modeled building ready to work with. Let's get started. Hello everyone, welcome to Noble Architects Consult. Is this your first time here? Make it official. Tap the subscribe button. Let's grow together and explore more ideas. Don't forget to turn on the notification so you don't miss out. Step 1. Set up print ready views. Never use your working model views for drawings. Duplicate clean views for documentation. Open the ground floor plan. Right-click on ground floor plan. Duplicate with detailing. So what we are going to do now is to rename this. This will be dimension. Then the second one, we use this for furniture. So we are going to do the same thing for the first floor plan. Right-click, duplicate with detailing. Rename the first one to dimension, then the second one to furniture. What this simply means is that we have a separate plan for the dimension and a separate plan for the furniture. This will keep each view for its main purpose. Step 2. Apply standard drawing scales. Even when dimensions are in millimeters, sheet scales stay architectural. View type scale. Floor plans can use scale 1:100. For enlarged plans, you can use 1:50. For sections, you can use 1:50. Details 1:5 or 1:10. We are using scale 1:100 for the floor plans. Step 3. Control line weights and graphics. Clear drawings depend on line hierarchy. Press VG on your keyboard. Scroll down to wall. We've adjusted it already, but let's quickly do that. Increase it here. Click OK. Then the pattern, we change it here. Change to brickworks. Okay. Finish it. You can as well increase the line weights for the doors. Click here. Increase it. Same as the windows. When you're done, click OK. Step 4. Annotating your drawings. This is where we are going to add the window tags, the door tags, and some notes. But first of all, let's quickly do this. You can see the window is not showing properly. So what you need to do is to scroll down your property dialog, click on view range, edit it slightly. Let's use 27. Now this will be 172. Apply. Okay, it's perfect now. So we'll add the doors and the windows tabs. To do that, click on Annotation tab, click on Tag All, select the door tags and the window tags, apply, click OK. Now we have our tags. As you can see, the size of the tag is actually big, so we need to adjust it, change the font, the color. So to do that, select it, click on Edit Family. Here's where we're going to adjust it. This is the dimension. So let's reduce this a bit. Use the offset to 1.5, then offset it. Now I'm going to delete this previous line. Alright, now the next thing is to adjust the text size. Select the text, edit type. Here you can change the color. Let me use blue. The line weight, you can change it if you wish. Then the text font, let me change it also. You can make it bold if you want. Now the size, I'll need to reduce it. Let me use 1.3. Apply. Load into project. Override existing parameters. For the door tags, you can still do the same thing. Select it, edit family, use the offset tool and offset it. Then let's delete these other lines. Delete it. Here you can still adjust the width. Let's adjust it a bit. Alright, now over to the dimensions. Select it, edit type. Still the same process. Let's change to blue. Then the text size, let's reduce to 1.4. Then adjust it to the center. Load into project. You can adjust individually or you highlight the ones that can move together. Let's highlight these few ones. Move it down here. Do the same thing here. Adjust all of them to its normal position. To change the orientation, select it, click down here. This space here, click on the dot, change to vertical. Now we've changed the orientation. Do the same thing for all the window tags. For the door tags, we are still going to do the same thing. Select it, change the orientation if needed. Adjust all of them to fit in. Let me quickly change the color of these tags. The next thing we are going to do is to label the tags. We are going to start with the window tags. So here we have W1. One good thing about the window tags is when you change one of them, all of them in that same categories, that is same dimensions will change. Click OK. Yes. As you can see, all the windows that are of these same dimensions have changed. Now the second window is the kitchen window. We'll use W2. Then the other ones for the bedroom, let's change this to W3. So that of the window is very simple. But for the doors, you need to select each of them and adjust it individually. Let's use this D1, D3. Follow the same process for all of them. If there is any step you do not understand, drop it in the comments section. So now we are going to proceed with the dimensions. You can simply type DI on your keyboard or you select the dimension to align dimension. Let's start with this space. Pick the points, pick the other point you want to dimension. Click on an empty space. But before we proceed with the dimensioning, let's modify these dimension lines. Select it, edit type. This is the dimension type, diagonal 3 millimeters. The tick mark, we reduce it to 1. Then the dimension extension lines, based on what you want, you can choose to increase it or reduce it, but I always reduce it. Witness line control, I rather pick fixed two dimensions. I don't like all those long lines. Witness line length, I will also reduce it. Witness line extension, the same thing. Now the color of this dimension, I will change it to blue. Click OK. You can make the text to be bold if you want. Then the text size, I will have to reduce it to 1.4. The text offset, that is the space between this text and this line, I will need to reduce it 0.150. Apply. Now the font, I'll change to Cambria. The text background, transparent. Click OK. Now if you see, this line is still not proportional to these witness lines, so we need to adjust it. Click on Manage, Additional Setting, Annotations, Arrowheads. Let's change this to this particular dimension, which is the diagonal 3 millimeters. The tick size, I will reduce it to 1.2. Alright, now let's start to dimension the spaces. Select the dimension line, create similar. Let's dimension the spaces. Make sure to dimension every necessary spaces so it can be readable and understandable by the person that comes across this plan. Okay, we are done with the internal dimensions. Let's head over to the external dimensions. Let's pick the first point. We dimension the windows. Place it here. The second one will be the walls. So let's pick these walls. Finish it. Then the third one will be the partition from here to here. Then this other partition. Click OK. The last one will be the overall dimension from here to here. So to add some aesthetics to it, you can change the color, select the dimension, right click, edit type, duplicate it. Then let's change the color to red. Then the size, you can change it also. Then click the bold. Now let's pick it. Okay. We dimension this other side, then the front and the right. Still that same process. Let's quickly dimension this. So to use this particular dimension line, select it, right click and create similar. If you want to use this other line, do the same thing. Most times it's better to turn off the line weight when dimensioning it. Turn it off so you can clearly see the points that you're picking. Now for this space, you can drag this, uncheck the leader. Right click this dimension line, create similar, then pick the overall dimension. Let's quickly dimension this other sides. So we are done with the dimensioning. Over here the stairs, let's use lines to highlight it. Use the pick line. Now you can go deeper with the leveling. You can use the text tool to indicate the levels of each of the spaces. To add a text, click on Annotate, Text, Edit Type, then customize the text. Duplicate. Let's change the color. Plus 150. Create another one. Plus 300. Plus 450. You can add more details to this. Now for the staircase, to number the staircase, click on thread number, select it, pick the center line. Okay. Now over to the furniture, open the furniture plan. This is the layout we place the furnitures, but because of time, we won't be able to add the furnitures. Let me just show you a clue of how to add the furniture. Click on architecture, components, load family. Open the folder you have your libraries. Fine, let's pick the bed. Open it. To change the orientation, press enter on your keyboard. Just click it. To add other components, you need to follow the same procedure. Let's open the first floor plan. Here we are going to dimension the first floor plan. The same thing we did to the ground floor plan. Follow that same method. For the doors and window tags, Everything we did in the previous view, we are going to repeat it right here. Click on Annotate, Start, check the doors and the window tags, apply. So you need to manually adjust it the same way we did in the ground floor. So let's quickly do that. The next thing we are going to do is to add the section lines. So to create a section line, let's open the ground floor plan. Click on View, click on Section. Pick a starting point. Let me pick this. Drag it down to the other extreme and place it. Click on this little icon to show the bubble. Okay. Let's create the second section line. If you want to give more details to this staircase, you can create the section line right here or any way of your choice. Select it and click on this circle section tab. As you can see, the section bubble is actually big, so we need to adjust it. To do that, go over to your project browser, click on Families, scroll down to Annotation and Symbol, open it, scroll down to Section Head field, right click, click on Edit. Now we need to adjust this. This is 6.0, let's make it 3. Select this one, 3. So for this region, you can delete it and redraw it. Let me quickly adjust it. Let me edit this, edit sketch. Delete the lines. You can even change the color. Select it, edit field region. You can change it to maybe blue. Click OK. Load into project. Overwrite existing version and parameters. It's better right now. We can also label this section. Click on Annotate. Use the text to edit type. Duplicate it. Adjust the text size. Let me use 1.9. And let's make it bold. You can change the color. Then the background, let's make it transparent. Click OK. Type in the text. Let's use A. Okay. Something here. Right, this second one will be B. Always check that your annotations are legible and don't overlap the drawing elements. This keeps your drawings clean and professional. Since we have the same view for the second and the third floor, so what we are going to do is to place this same view and change the name. When we get to that, I'll show you how to do it. If you have any question or any contribution, please kindly drop it in the comments section. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share with others to benefit from it. So the next step is the roof plan. Open the roof plan. Let's start with the grid lines. Click on these little dots to show the bubbles. Now we need to hide these walls we are seeing here. We don't want it to show. Click on the property, scroll down to range, click on range, base level, select it, click none. First of all, let's use the lines. Click on annotate, detail line, use a thin line, use a pick lines and pick the roof. Now let's offset it. Use the offset tool. Let's offset 50 millimeters. Trim it. Create similar pick line. Then offset it 50-50. Use the split element and split the line. Split this other side too. Use the trim tool and trim it. The next thing we are going to do is to fill the roof. You can use any pattern of your choice. Click on annotate, region, edit type, duplicate, click OK. Foreground fill pattern, click on it. Let's use the vertical 1.5. Okay. Now let's use the pick lines. Pick it. Finish it. You can as well edit it to show the roof members. If you want to edit it, select it, click edit boundary. Let's use the ellipse. Finish it. Now for the gutter, you can use the concrete. Click on region, edit type, duplicate. Change this to concrete. Click OK. Then still use the pick lines to pick around the roof. Finish it. So to add more details to it, click edit boundary. You can use the circle to indicate the pipes for the drainage. Let's use this. Copy it. So now the next thing we are going to do is to add the roof members, the rafters and the purlines. Offset 50 millimeters. Select it. Make a copy of 1 to 15. Let's add the purlines. Select it. make a copy of it, 950. You know the lines are always at the top, so you need to show it from here. Delete these lines here, all these lines, to show that this one is on top of the rafter. So use the split element, split it. Now trim the lines. Let's use the trim tool. Let's dimension it. Let's let's level the section lines. After the roof plan, the next thing we are supposed to work on is the site plan. But because we've not plotted a survey plan here, and because of time, we can't do that. So I will leave a link in the description for you to learn how to plot a survey plan in Revit. Then for the area distribution, I'll make a video on that. So let's move over to the next step, elevation views. So let's open the first elevation, east elevation. You can get rid of these lighting fixtures. Let's quickly hide it. Select all instance, hide in view. This section line here is not needed, so select it and hide it. Let's adjust the size of this text. Go over to your project browser, families, scroll down to levels, level head circle, right click, edit. So let's select this and adjust the size. Let's change the color to blue. Then the font, let's change it also. The text size 2000. Click OK. Then for the bubbles, you can as well reduce it. Let's use 2. Click OK. Remove constraints. Load into project. Override the existing version. So you don't have much work to do on this particular elevation. Select the grid line and drag it. This place now, a little part of the roof is showing here, so we can hash it. Click on annotate, region, pick the lines, trim it. Offset 50 millimeters. Click OK. Now let's change this. I think it's okay now. So for the base, you can use the region to create a base here. Let's hide the topography. Use the region, duplicate, solid fill. Use the pick line and select the base. Offset 100. Now let's trim it. Let's head over to the next elevation, north elevation. Hide the section line. Select one of these levels. Click on this little dot and drag it to adjust it. Now use the region to create the base. For the roof, we will leave it like this. Let's head over to the south elevation. Select the section line and hide it. Use the region. Let's use 100 millimeters and create the base. For the topography, you can hide it to have a clean view. Head over to the west elevation. Select any of the level, then adjust it here. Now for the roof, let's hash this little space here. Let's use 50 millimeters. Then the base. Make sure your elevation is in scale 1 is to 100, or in some cases 1 is to 50. Step 6. Create sections and callouts. Sections shows how the building is actually constructed. Go over to the project browser, scroll down to sections. These are the two sections we created. Let's open section 1. We need to manually adjust it. We use the lines and the regions to adjust the section. First of all, let's hide this light. So we are going to start with the roof. Click on Annotate, Detail Line. Let's use the thin line. Use the pick line and select the roof. And let's get the polines. Offset 50 millimeters. Okay, and the rafter, offset another 50 millimeters. Let's sketch another line to this point. Let's create the wall plate 75 millimeters. Then the tie beam 50 millimeters. Select the line, create similar. Pick the center of the wall. Do the same thing here. The width of the wall plate is 100 millimeters, so we are going to offset 50 millimeters on both sides. Okay, now delete the center line. Let's cross this to show the section. For this other line, use the split element to split it. Do the same thing here. Join this line. Do the same thing here. Trim it. Now over here, you've seen the wall is attached to the roof. So to have a clean view, what I normally do in this case is to fill this area with region. So it will cover some of these lines here. We have this wall because we attached it to the roof. So let's select it, detach from the roof. Let's detach this also. Select region, edit type, duplicate it. Let's change this to white. Okay. Now, foreground pattern. The color, let's change to white. Then the fill pattern, change to solid fill. Apply. Use the pick line. Let's pick here. So we quickly trim it so you will not be confused. Trim this to this, this to this. Okay, let's pick this other line here. Let's do the same thing here. You can use this solid fill to hide some elements that you don't want to see. You know, elements like this, if you keep hiding the walls, it will keep exposing some other walls you didn't want. This is the best option. Finish it. So over here, we can use concrete in this area. Use the region, edit type, duplicate. Let's change to black. Then the fill pattern, let's use concrete. Don't forget to duplicate. Click OK. And let's use the pick line and pick this. Use the concrete to this point. Let's select this and change to, let's use the dense sand. Okay, this looks more better. Select it, mirror it to this other side. Okay, perfect. Now we are going to place the rafters. Let's start from the middle. Let's offset 25. So let's select this and copy. We have a space of 1200 millimeters. Let's use 1250. 1250. Okay. So trim it properly. Select the line, create similar. Let's add this. Now offset 50 millimeters. Then trim it. Now let's add the polylines. To make it faster, select it and copy it down here. Let's use a space of 950. So what we are going to do is to copy this and mirror to this other side, since it's the same thing. Use the mirror tool, then mirror it. Now we are going to add the ceiling nubbins. Let's use the line tool, offset 50 millimeters. Let's start from here. This place right here, it depends on the method of construction. I've seen some cases where the ceiling stops here, and some other cases the ceiling gets to this point. Let's copy this. We'll have a space of 600 millimeters each for the ceilings. So select it, make a copy of 650. Copy multiple. So you don't enter values. The next thing we are going to do is to edit the staircase. The section line is cutting through this. You can see we are seeing this in elevation, but the section line is cutting through this particular one. So we need to use the concrete and represent it properly. Click on Annotate, Rejoin. Let's use the concrete. Let's start with the floor. Pick this particular floor, trim it. This one will end here. Do the same thing here. Finish it. We have a landing here. So let's use line. Pick from here. Then offset 150 millimeters. Okay, this will be our concrete. So use line and join this. Do the same thing. So we will need to copy it to these other levels. Select this, edit boundary. Let's pick this side. The 150 is supposed to start from the top of this. So let's use the offset tool. 50, hide the copy, uncheck the copy. Let's move it here. All right. Okay, perfect. Now let's use the region to fill the space where we need the concrete. Select the top surface. Carefully pick the lines, the thread and the riser. Okay, let's finish it. Fine, let's copy this to this first floor level. At this boundary, let's copy this. We will edit this one. Delete this line. Let's create this other line. So you have the concrete all through the space. Okay, trim this to this. Okay. If there is any way you do not understand, drop it in the comment section. I will attend to it. The lintel, we have a concrete. Let's edit this. Select it and copy to this other level. Let's hide the typography. Hide this other section line. Use the detail line. Pick this line. Now let's offset 300. This is for the compacted hardcore. Depending on how you represent it, I'm going to represent it like this. Check this out. We are supposed to have a continuation of this line at least to a certain level. So you manually create it with region and the detail line. Let's use the white line. So we are going to fill this with region so it won't be noticeable. Click on region, duplicate it. Let's use the brickworks. I finish it. Now copy it to this other side. So over here we are going to create the earth. We are still going to use the region. Select region, duplicate, change to earth. Now for the fill pattern, choose earth. Okay, click OK. You can use any shape of your choice. Finish it. We have the earth. We are not going to go deep into the foundation footing. That will be covered in structural drawings. The next thing we are going to do now is to dimension the sections. Let's dimension it. Note, you need to use the standard dimensions. This is just for the purpose of this video. If you have any question or contribution, kindly leave it in the comments section. Let's dimension this other side also. Okay. Let's adjust this a little bit. Now the overall dimension. So the next thing we're going to do is to level the spaces. We have just the stairwell. So we are going to level it. Let's copy it down here to each level. So the next thing we are going to do is to label section. So we use the text. Let's use this. Pick a point from here. The first one, we have the 225 millimeters concrete parapet. We have 0.5 millimeters aluminum roofing sheet. Label it based on the material you are using. Now we are going to hide the viewport. Hide it. The next thing we are going to do is to add the callout. Click on view, callout. We use the callout to highlight a particular point for the details. We'll highlight this place, select this, move it to this other side. Let's reduce this. Go to family, annotate, annotation and symbols. Scroll down to callout, callout head, edit it. Let's reduce it to 3. So let's add another callout. For the stay, you can as well add it. You can even add here. Make sure to add the callout. Then when you're done, label it so it will be easier to identify it in the details. Add text. Let's use A. Then the second one will be B. Then this will be C. Alright, we are done with the section. So you do the same thing in the other section. You need to follow the same process. We don't have much time to work on this other section. Let's head over to the next step. Step 7, adding detail views. This is the callout. This is callout 1, callout 2, and callout 3. We use a scale of 1:10, scale 1:10. Let's hide the levels. Let's hide this also. Select the viewport and extend it. We are going to hide the topography. Select it and hide it. So the same thing we did for the section is what you will do here. Let's start with the white lines. Pick the walls. Let's extend this wall down here. Let's use the filled region to fill this wall. Click on region. Let's change to this. Now pick it. So the spacing, we need to increase it. Select it, edit type. Let's duplicate it. Edit fill pattern. Import scale. Let's use 5. Alright, it's better. So the next thing we are going to do is to create the oversized concrete. Let's turn on the thin lines. Let's fill this place with the concrete. Annotate region. Let's use concrete. Okay, we will have a damp proof membrane here. So we will represent it with a region. Let's use the fill region. Let's use region 4. Offset 300 millimeters. Let's change this to medium lines. The earth. Let's quickly add it. Finish it. So now we are going to label it. Let's start with this, the floor grid. We have 25 millimeters thick floor finishes. Let's increase the text a bit, adjust the position, create similar. The next one is the oversized concrete. We have the next one, the damp proof membrane. We have the next one, 300 millimeter compacted hardcore. We have the next one, earth fillings. Then the last one, the block wall, 225 millimeter thick block wall. So you can select the text and adjust it to align properly. So for the other callouts, you can still do the same thing. Use the detail lines and the region to modify it. Step 8, create the schedule. We need to create the doors, the windows, and the finishing schedule. We are going to use the legend to do that. Click on legend, new legend. For the scale, we are going to use scale 1:100. Let's rename it to door and window schedule. Create another one, right click, new legend. Let's change this to finishing schedule. So let's start with the window schedule. First of all, you need to sketch the size of the paper you are printing out with. My title block is right here, so I'll keep a space for it. The first space will be for the diagram. Then this second space will be for the type, dimension, quantity. Then this space is for the location, the door frame, and the door leaf. So the next one is the operation and the ironmongery. Let's label it. Use the text, add text, duplicate it. Let's use red. So the first one, diagram. Let's reduce the size of the text. Type, quantity, location, frame, door leaf. Okay, we're supposed to have dimension after the type. Let's move this down a bit. So we have here the operation, then the ironmongery, So you have here doors and windows schedule. If you have any question, drop it in the comments section. Let's get rid of these lines. So the diagram, we have to import a door. This is D1. Select the door. This is the name of the door. Let's head over to the legend. To place the door, click on Annotate. Click on this arrow, Legend Components. Click on this little arrow. Scroll down to that door. View. Change to front elevation. So we have the door here. Under this type, let's create another text. This is D1. Under the dimension, the size of the door is 12 by 2100 millimeters. Then the quantity, head over to the floor plan. For you to know the numbers, select one of them. Then right click, select all instances in the entire project. So we have 14 of these doors here. Head over to the legend. Quantity, we have 14. Then the location, where do we have that door? We have it in the living room and the balconies. The frame material. So what you are writing here is the specification of the frame. Let's write this HDF prime, finish with dark brown. So for the door leaf, if you are using different material for the door leaf, you write the material here. So we are using the same door frame material with the door leaf. Let's copy it and paste here. Then for the operation, how do you open this door? This door is double door single swing. Double door, it's a double door, but you swing it to one direction. That's a single swing. Please, if you've not yet subscribed to our channel, hit the subscribe button, like this video and share it with others to benefit from it. Then the ironmongeries. For this door, we have the hinges, we have the handle, the lock set. The next door, the D2. This is the D2. Select it. This is the name of the door. Let's import it. Annotate. This is it. Now you can copy this. Since it's the same material, you can copy it and adjust it. Let's copy this down here. So you edit this to D2. Now this one 900. Number of the doors. Select it. Select all instances in the entire project. Okay, we have 46. Let's change this to 46. Now the location of the doors. Okay, we have it here. Living room, bedroom, kitchen. Same material. So you do the same thing for all the doors. As for the windows, Let's do the same thing. Let me use this as an example. The W1, select it. Okay, this is the name. Now let's import it. Scroll down to Windows. Okay, this is it. So let's copy this. Now we are going to change this to W1 to make it look more decent. You can decide to separate it. Make a copy of 500. Now let's separate the two of them. The dimension, let's change this. Now the locations, living room, bedroom, dining. For the frame, so for the door leaf, that is supposed to be glazing. Then the operation projected. Because of this door leaf that does not tally with that of the window, you can choose to copy this down here, then change this to glazing. Let's quickly do that. Let's move this to this other column. Now let's copy this. Let's copy it down here. Change this to glazing. That's just it. Now you can import the next window. Let's import this. You do the same thing. Copy this, then edit it. Same way we did for the door. You can create a separate sheet for the window schedule. I'm just doing this because we have basically 3 doors and 3 windows. So let's head over to the next one, finishes schedule. You can use this same format. Let me copy this, copy to clipboard, paste from clipboard. So this first one is for the spaces. This is for the wall finishes, and this is for the floor finishes. Then the ceiling finishes, the skirting, the architrave. Then this one will be left for fittings. Let's extend it a little bit. Let's enter here, finishes schedule. Here we have the spaces. Here the wall finishes, floor finishes. Here we have the ceiling finishes. Here we have the skirting. Here we have the architrave. And the last one, fittings. Note, it's not compulsory for you to use this particular format. You can use any format of your choice. So under the space, we have the sit out. So here you write the color of the wall paint. For the floor finishes, so for the ceiling, we use white paint. Let's copy this. Then change this to white. For the skirting, we use this same material. Then let's change to 10 cm by 60 cm. 10 cm by 60 cm. Then for the architrave, in this space we don't have fittings. That is the plumbing fittings. We don't have it in this space. Where we have the plumbing fittings is usually the kitchen, the bedroom. Anywhere you have plumbing appliances, that's where you have the fittings. So you will do this for all the spaces. The next space will be the living room. The living room, we are going to use light gray. Change this to light gray. If you have any question, drop it in the comments section. Then for the floor finishes, we are going to use 80 by 80 floor tiles. Then the ceiling, we're still going to use the white ceiling. Okay, the skirting, 10 by 80. Then the architrave is the same thing. And for the living room, we don't have fittings. Repeat the same process for all the spaces. Please, if you've not yet subscribed to the channel, please support us because it really helps the channel. Now we move over to the next step, which is step 9, setting up your sheets. Click on sheet, new sheet, click on load, open your library. Let's use the A3. Edit the title block. This is the project title. This is proposed residential development. If it's a school, you indicate here. If it's a commercial space or a hotel, any of it, this is where you write it. Here, write the name of the client, consultant. That is the name of the company that is handling the design. Name of the company, the address, write it here. Now the person that designed the project will write his name here. The person that modeled it will write his name here. The person that is checking the project, the architect, will write his name here. And here is the scale. Write the scale of the view. Then the date. For the date, let's edit it. Select it. Edit family. The date, let's use February 2026. Then the sheet number. We have A001, A002, A003. When you are done editing it, load into project. overwrite existing version, select it, rename it. This should be the site plan. So for you to have this same thing, what you need to do is to right click on sheet or new sheet, select the A3. Keep, keep creating new sheets till you get the desired number of the sheet you want. Okay, here we'll edit this ground floor plan. The next one, first floor plan. The first sheet here is the cover page. That is the introduction sheet. Let's go to the next step, placing views on the sheet. Drag floor plans, elevations, and sections from project browser onto the sheet. Let's open the ground floor plan. Now we have the ground floor dimension. Drag it and place it here. Adjust it to fit in. For you to modify this view right here, click on Activate View. Let's crop the view. Crop view. Click on Show Crop. Let's adjust this. Here we can label the view. Let's hide this first. Click on Annotate, Text. Here we have the ground floor plan. We can use the line to add a little modification. Here we have the ground floor plan. To deactivate view, right click, click on Deactivate View. To hide the viewport, select it, right click, Hide Element. You can manually write the sheet number and the scale. Let's copy this label so we'll use it in the other views. Select it, copy to clipboard. Let's click on the second view, first floor plan. Scroll down to first floor plan, drag it and place here. Activate view. Let's add the label here. Click on paste, paste from clipboard. So select this and edit. First floor plan. Deactivate view. Hide the viewport. I told you initially, since we have the same plan for the first, second, and third floor, we will need to dimension only the first floor plan. Then we'll make a duplicate of it. So let's head over to first floor dimension, select it, click on duplicate, duplicate with detailing. Let's rename it second floor. Do it again, select it, duplicate with detailing, rename it. You cannot place one view in two sheets. Let's try this. This is the second floor plan. You cannot place this first floor plan. As you can see, it's indicated blue here. That means they have placed the view on sheet. If you try to place it again, you have an error message. You see it. The view is already placed on sheet. That's why we had to duplicate it. Let's drag this. Now we have the second floor. You can activate view and change this to second floor. Deactivate view. So that's how to place the views. Keep placing all the views accordingly. Then the next step is printing and exporting. But before we do that, make sure to turn off the thin lines. Click on it. Click on File, Export, PDF. If you want to print this current view, only this view, select current window. But if you want to print all the sheets, click on selected views. Now edit it. Scroll down to the sheets. We have the sheets here, all the sheets we have there. Check the views you want to print. Edit print order, click on it. If you want your roof plan to be at the top, you can simply select it and drag to the top. That is the essence of the print order. Now select it. This is the name of the file. The name of the PDF, rename it here. Now the location where you want to save it, you can save it on the desktop. Open it. Now the size, this is very important. This paper size. We are using A3, so select A3. If you are using A2 or A1, select it. Now let's export it. If you want to save these settings for future use, you can click yes. Note, always double check line weights, annotation size, and view scales before printing. Let's open the PDF. Okay, see it here. And that is it. You now have a complete set of professional construction drawings in Revit. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more Revit tutorials, and don't forget to check my previous video if you need a refresher or starting your project and rendering. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.